Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Veronica and today I thought to make another build for my Newcrest project, and this time it's gonna be a 65,000 simoleon house, and I wanted to build something like colonial styled house, and I wanted something like that for the shape of the main part, and I wanted to repeat this middle part on the top floor so that we have this as our main shape of the building. I wanted to place a couple of chimneys up here so that we have something interesting on the sides of the building. And in the back, I wanted to place like this tiny bump out so that we can make a kind of symmetrical porch up here. And as for the front porch, I wanted to make something like that and repeat the same thing on the top. So this is the main shape of the house. And now let me quickly figure out the roof. I'm not sure that it's going to be difficult. I think it's going to be quite easy. I'm just going to copy the same roof on the side and expand it a little bit. And I don't want to make anything like too interesting. I just want to make a tiny boring house. Nothing too much, nothing too special. And I want all of my roofs to be the same height. So I did measure it with the top piece of the roof. I did place the first. And then I just copied all the other pieces. I wanted to place here a rounded piece, but I tested that before and it didn't look that good and it didn't match with the staircase, so I decided against that in the end. And that is like our primary shape. I think I'm gonna figure out most of the exterior right away because I did not want to fail with that later, and I wanted to place this door up and down so that it matches perfectly. I'm gonna place, I think, wooden staircase, and I'll place this tiny stair in our back porch, and I'm gonna place the same staircase inside the house. I think that this second floor can easily fit 2 bedrooms and maybe an office nook of sorts and a bathroom, at least one. And down here I thought about another bedroom, so maybe it's gonna be a 3-bedroom house. I want to cover this area under the stairs. I think this area is going to be perfect for a kitchen nook. Here we can have a dining room. Here we can have a living room, and this is going to be like a separate living space. And I think that I can divide it into a bathroom and a bedroom. So this may be a bathroom, and this may be like a kid's bedroom or stuff like that. And this is like a decent sized bathroom for a bathroom with a bathtub. So I think it's a decent floor plan for the first floor. And as for the second floor, okay, so my idea is we have this hallway upstairs. Here we have a hallway bathroom. It's going to be first bedroom, maybe kids' bedroom, I think. It's going to be a primary bedroom. In here, we will have an office, so the primary bedroom is accessed from an office. Maybe I will rethink it a bit so that it's like that. So here we will corner the desks. Here I will place some kind of a flower, a bookshelf here, a door here. I think I can center a bed in here. We can have maybe something here, something here. I'll figure it out. And I want to scoot the whole lot a bit further on the lot. I think that we can have some kind of formal landscaping in the front, and maybe we can afford a pool in the back. I'm gonna place it right away, and in case we cannot afford it really, I'm just gonna remove that. And I wanted to have a backyard, so I'm placing the cheapest fence for backyards we have in the game. And if I do it like that, we'll have some decent space for kids' playroom, maybe, for some pool lounge, and for some stuff to do in the patio. And as for the fences, I think I'm gonna use this fence from the base game, and I'm using only base game for this house. And I wanted to use this column, not this one, but it's kind of expensive. It's 200 millions, and I'm not sure I can afford it, but I'm gonna use it anyways. You see how it sometimes happens when I try to place columns and it doesn't let me to place it like all the way up here, and I cannot expand it. If I delete this column and if I just grab a column where it raises to the height I want it to be, I can move that up here and it will be the height I want it to be. And it's like some kind of a tiny pro tip if you didn't know how to do that, but it works. And I'm gonna remove this column, I'm just copy this one. And I'm gonna go and add some columns to the every edge of our house. And I think I need to figure out the windows, just like I said. I thought about using these base game ones. I know that this house is gonna look quite generic, but I think that is like mostly the vibe of the whole Newcrest. And as usual, I'm doing some kind of symmetrical window placement on every single edge of the house. I don't know, but it's my perfectionism that doesn't let me do otherwise. And I think it would be wiser for me to place all of the doors like straight away. And I think I'm gonna use this one. I thought about this one. or this one. But this one is cheaper, so I'm gonna place that. It's a lot of doors, but it's gonna be worth that. And I need an archway to separate the areas, and I just didn't want to place here another door, and I didn't want to leave it open because it would look weird, like the stairs, and there's like, oh, nothing, not even a wall. And I'm gonna place the same railings for every single stairs we have. And as for the exterior, I'm gonna use this 5 million brick, and I'm just using it on every single piece of wall I can find so that it looks all nice and pretty. And I'm covering the chimneys from inside in the same brick as well because I'm not planning to use them otherwise. And I need to lower the house one bit so that these two fences are even. And I want to delete the undersides of the stairs because I don't think I will need them. And they are kind of a waste of money. And I'm gonna use the same concrete we have on this porch, and I'm gonna expand it to all the area by the pool. I'm not covering these areas because I want to make there like some kind of a custom planter. I'm gonna do that right away. I'm not gonna place there any plants right now, but it's gonna be a custom planter. I like using these fans, but I'm not sure that it matches the vibes of this house. Maybe this one looks a bit better. And that's what we are going to use here. I'm going to just place some bushes around here. And I'm going to change the color of our foundation, like the same red brick we have on all the house. And I'm going to use the same white wooden floorings everywhere where I need wooden floorings. I'm just going to do that right now so that I'm sure that I can afford it later. And I need to make sure of that because otherwise I won't be able to afford that. And I think I wanted to place some kind of a wall trim. I just think it looks nice in the house like that. And I think the house looks almost finished from the exterior. Like the only thing we have from the exterior is color the roof. And for that, I thought about using these shingles. Oh, I like this gray. It looks not so contrasty, but it still looks nice. And I will place this white trim. I've never used this roofing gray. In my memory, I don't remember that. Maybe I did, but I just don't remember. And I think it looks nice. I would maybe make the first floor like medium wall height because it looks harmoniously as well, but I want to make it shorter. I don't want to bother with tall wall height inside the house. And I think let me place some filler color on all the walls in the house so that I'm sure that I can afford it as well. And now we'll go for filler furniture. And as for the filler furniture, the first thing I'm gonna do is place some filler lights. And you might think like, come on, you have like this much money and you're making 65,000 millions only 2 stories house, and it's not even that big, it's only 20 by 30 lot. So it shouldn't be that expensive. But you know what? I tried it before and I spent all of my money like straight away, and I couldn't afford anything better than the cheapest base game furniture. And first, let me figure out the necessities for me. In my opinion, monkey bars is kinda a necessity. Maybe I will pick this kinda wooden one. I think I'm gonna place a couple of these lounge chairs so that we have them at least. And down here we can have this tiny dining table, at least a couple of chairs so that I'm sure that I can afford them later. Up here I'm gonna place the games table right away. We have one in the base game. So I'm gonna place that in this gray swatch, I think. I'm gonna place the same chairs, 4 of them this time. And I'm gonna place a grill, and that's like necessities for the outside. And as for the inside, we need a fridge, at least we need some cabinets, so I'm just placing them so there's some filler furniture. We also need a stove, we need a sink, and we need a trash can. In this corner where I wanted to place a dining table, I want to place a big and long one so that it kind of looks fancy. And I will place all the chairs up here. I'm not sure that this house will be able to fit 8 sims, but at least it will be able to fit 6 of them. And in here, I wanted to place couch area, to say so, but I think that's kind of nice of a floor plan. I wanted to place here a big table, and in here I'm going to place some kind of a table and a TV. As for what else we can afford, I'm gonna go back to here later. As for the kids' bedroom, I wanted to place here a toddler bed, also a child's bed, so it's gonna be 2 kids' bedroom, a nightstand maybe, a high chair for a toddler because toddler needs to eat. Maybe I can place some more stuff then. We can afford the blarfy, I think. Maybe some kind of flower will go in the corner. We can even afford a dollhouse. And that's going to be useful for both our kids, I think. And I think that as we have a child, as we are planning on a child in this room, we can even afford a desk. I forgot about potty. So I'm gonna place it by the desk. And yeah, maybe this kid hates this toddler because it poops right where this kid studies. And I think I'm gonna go for the bathrooms because of course we do need some necessities for a bathroom. So we have 3 bathrooms, so we need 3 toilets, we need 3 sinks, we need at least 1 bathtub, and we need 2 showers. I think that both of the bathrooms upstairs are gonna be only showers. Downstairs we'll have a tub because we have a toddler, and maybe I'll place some decor around so that it doesn't look as sad as it does now, because for now it looks terribly sad. And as for our upstairs, I was thinking that we need at least a bed. For this whole area we need at least a desk, a computer, also a chair, and in here I wanted to place another bedroom so that it's kind of smallish bedroom, but I thought that it may be a teen's bedroom. It only has 1 window. It's so sad. This kid who lives upstairs might hate these two. They've taken the biggest bedroom in the house, and this one only gets 1 window and the bathroom behind the wall. Not so good. I think that that's gonna do for our bedroom up here. And in this weird hallway, I think it's kind of narrow, but I can quite easily fit some kind of a cabinet up here. And as for this bedroom, I'm going to use a nightstand here. And in here, I think that it will be quite appropriate to place a bookshelf. In here, we'll maybe have some kind of a plant, another bookshelf here, maybe an armchair here, and I wanted to place a chess table outside. And I think for this house, we can afford like pretty a lot. I didn't think that much. I thought that we can afford much less for this whole house. And of course, all of landscape is going to be debug. I'm not going to spend my money on landscaping. It's going to be such a waste of money if I do, so I'm not going to. And I think that let us furnish the house the way I plan it to do. And as for the kitchen, I think I'm gonna go for it first. So what I'm gonna do is maybe place like 1 stage more expensive appliances. I do not want to make this kitchen like extremely expensive. And up here, I'm gonna place some upper cabinets. I do not want to place them too much, but I want to have some at least. I think we'll have some kind of this kitchen ventilation. We'll have a fire alarm, of course, somewhere, and we need a sink, as I have said, and it did not say it to my household inventory. I hoped it would. And I think I will place some tiny clutter stuff around the kitchen, like we can have a food bowl, we can have some paper towels, and I'm not sure that I want to place much more because all other stuff from base game looks a bit too much for my liking. I have never used this tile in the kitchen. I think it is my time to do that. So this is the kitchen now. I'm not placing any curtain now because I'm not sure if I can afford it in the end, so I'm not doing that straight away. And I think I'm gonna furnish kids' bedroom next, and I thought about placing a carpet, and I'm gonna place a tiny like play area rug so that we have it defined from everything else like that. I think I'm gonna place these toddler cubes. They're just quite really useful for the toddler skill building because toddlers do need a lot of skill building. And I wanted to use this wallpaper. It's kind of expensive, but I kind of like that. And I wanted to place this up here and maybe a tiny desk lamp. And I do remember that there is this cutesy one with the fox, but I think it's better for a nightstand. I wanted to place like some of mismatched colors so that it looks more like kids' room, and I'm not placing any rug under the beds because I think it's going to be a bit too much for my liking, and we can even afford a tiny violin for the kid. So that kid also has something to do in this room. And I think let us go to the primary bedroom. In here, I wanted to place a different bed. I actually thought about using this one because I do not use that at all. I genuinely think that it's an ugly bed, but I want to use that. And I think that with this wallpaper, it matches perfectly. And as for the furniture, I think I'm going to use this like worn off looking furniture. I'm going to place some kind of a narrow mirror above that. This one, I think we can use the same flower we did use in kids room because it's kind of cheap, but I can also use this 50 millions one and just use the plain swatch of it. I'm gonna switch the side table to this one. I think it will match a bit better with everything we have around. I'm gonna place this tiny flower up here, and I don't think that we are having anything else on this side table. And as for any other decor, maybe we can afford something fun up here. An apple picture, another fruit bowl maybe. I'm not sure. I'm not doing that. Do not worry, I'm not doing that. maybe a toy. Maybe it's a like childhood toy of one of the Sims who lives in here. And we need a rug. And I think about using this one. It's like my mostly used base game rug, and I think I'm gonna use this light blue swatch, and I'm not placing anything else in here because I'm afraid it's gonna be a bit too much. No, I'm lying. I'm placing this mirror. Another one. Yes, we have two mirrors in the bedroom. These people like look at them at themselves. And I think as for the office, I'm not gonna change too much in here. I don't think that office area should be like that expensive in the build like that because it's kind of a cheap build. So we are not spending that much money up here. I think I'm gonna buy a nicer desk. I'm gonna continue the same wallpaper, but maybe in this yellow swatch. At least it looks a bit sunnier, I think. I'm gonna play the same computer. I'm not buying a nice one. We are not made of money in here. We are not buying expensive computers. I'm gonna buy a better chair. I'm gonna place this light up here so that we have a nice nook to read. And we'll have a bookshelf. And I think that maybe I can continue here the rug I've been using in the kids' bedroom, but maybe in this yellowish swatch. At least it looks a bit warmer. I'm not sure if I want to place any clutter on the top of this desk, but I'm going to place these pencils, I think, and this peer picture. Not too much, but at least something. And as for this chess table, I'm leaving it the way it is. And I will come back to the bathroom a bit later, and let me figure out the second bedroom. In here, I think that we can have this bed. I want to use this uglyish swatch. I kind of like that. It kind of looks exactly like what I wanted to use in here. And it has some kind of a brownish orange, so I might repaint the flooring in here. Oh, it looks disgusting. And I like that. With this wallpaper. This desk is going to be empty. I'm not placing any stuff up here because I'm not sure that we can afford it. So I'm not placing another computer in this house, but I might place some clutter up here. So we can have this apple picture. We have Pierre in one of the rooms, and in this one we'll have an apple. And we'll have this some writing stuff and maybe some tiny art on the wall, like this picture, so that at least it's not empty in here. And maybe we can even afford a flower up here, like something nice, something really nice like that. And that is the bedroom, the saddest one. And I would place some more arts on the walls, but I'm afraid that I might not be able to afford that. Oh, that is the best. That's what I can have in here. And this above the headboard so that it looks kind of good. And I think it is time for me to figure out all the bathrooms. And as for the bathroom, I think I will go for something quite generic like that. We can have a toilet right under the window where the game table is. We can have a bathtub that be directed like that and have a sink up this wall. I'm placing the whole tiled wall only where the bathtub is so that it's like more practical. And in real life, this wall is much cheaper than this one. In the game, they are the same price. And as for the bathroom, I'm not buying 50 millions toilet paper. I'm using this toothbrush stuff. I think I'm gonna place here one hand towel. I'm gonna place a couple of these ropes up here. I can also have another towel somewhere here by the entrance, and maybe I can place here a couple of flowers. Like we can have something like that up here. For the bathroom, for now, that's it. For the other bathroom, I think I'm gonna use the same wallpapers in all the bathrooms so that I'm not gonna think about it a bit too much. And as for this bathroom, I think all we can afford here is a little bit of clutter, like we can place some toothbrushes. They are not that expensive in the game. Maybe I will hang a towel right under the window. And I'm not placing hampers. I think it's going to be a waste of money for this house, and I wanted to make like max use of this house for the money I'm paying for it. And I think I might use this above the bathtub so that it's still nice and doesn't look as empty. And that's going to be it for the bathroom. And now let me figure out the main area of the whole house. And I was thinking about maybe coloring all the walls something nice. And I think that I might make it green so that it's bright and not too sad. I think I'm gonna leave the TV, but I'm gonna switch the table it's standing on. This one looks much cozier than the one we had before because at least it has some kind of tiny basket underneath that. And I think I'm gonna use the same couches I'm already using. Like I can pick this green swatch so that we bring the green from the walls. And I'm gonna place a carpet underneath in that. Maybe this one. Does it have any decent swatches that might satisfy me? I might use this grayish one. And that would look kinda okay. And maybe I can use some matching to this table and place a stereo up here so that at least we have something to do up here. At least you can throw parties in here now. Not potties, but parties. I'm gonna place this tiny rug because we have a couple of kids in the house, and I wanted to place this diary. I know it's 300 millions, but I want to place that so bad. I'm gonna place a shoe rack up here and also a coat rack in the entrance. We need another carpet for the entrance like that. Another mirror. Maybe I can make this couches beige so that it doesn't stand out as much. It's almost white beige, but I still like that. I'm gonna switch all of these dining room furniture because I do not need it anymore. I do not like that anymore actually. I wanted to place this table, and as for the dining chairs, I thought about these ones, but I'm not sure about the swatches. I think they look a bit better than what we had before, but not as good either, but it's still gonna do. I'm gonna place a carpet underneath this dining area, and I still want to use this one, but it's not fitting. This one fits perfectly, and I also wanted to place some skill building stuff around. So what we might need, I think an easel is gonna be a nice touch in here. I don't think I'm gonna switch any of the furniture outside, maybe just the colors, but I think I'm gonna switch these lounge chairs to the more expensive ones. I believe that that looks a bit better, and I'm gonna add a couple of these chairs up here. And as for the kids' bedroom, I also don't think that we need anything else. As for the couches, the same. I can buy better stuff for our toilets. Like we can buy more expensive toilet itself, already going to be better than what we have right now. And I might buy better showers, like these ones. And I'm gonna switch the sinks because these ones look a bit fancier and they are kind of matches with all this worn out furniture around. And I think the downstairs I'm gonna also switch this bathtub to a different one. I'm not gonna switch the mirror, they do not make that much difference. And I think that maybe it would be better if I just did place curtains around the house. And yes, at least we can afford curtains everywhere. And I think for the whole inside of the house, that must be it. Maybe I will place another flower on our dining table so that we have at least something going on up here. Another one of these in the corner so that it looks a bit more finished. And I think what we are going to do now is landscaping. And for landscaping, I'm going to go to debug because I do not want to spend any money on that. And for that, I have a mod installed, Better Build Byte mode. And that's like a really useful one because it sorts all of your debug into categories. I'll need to go for some bushes to the debug, like these ones. And I think that for this area around the pool, that must be it. I will use bright color on these bushes. I might place another tree in this corner or a couple of bushes. I do not want anything that I need to pay for, so only free stuff. Scoot it over so that it doesn't clip. Maybe I can place here this bush a couple of times, and then I'll be able to place this one underlaying bush one more time. Alright, I did finish some landscaping all around the house. Now we have some trees, some flowers around, and I think that maybe it's a good time to work on some terrain paint. So I'm gonna do that. And to do some terrain paint, I usually just go for this dirt. I use quite a wide brush usually, so it looks more natural, but faded out. And I just figured that for this house, I'll need also to set a mailbox, and I forgot about outdoors trash can. So we'll need to figure it out after I finish my terrain paint. And if you're wondering why there is a gap, if I zoom out, here is a tree. So nothing is forgotten except for outdoors trash can, of course. So and now let me maybe go at home and remove something that I don't really need so that I can place a trash can outside. I want this one, it's 220. Maybe I can remove some clutter from the kitchen. Maybe we don't need paper towels, or this flower is a bit extra. I can remove one of the toys in the kids' room because we have plenty already, I think. Maybe this ladybug can go as well. We can remove one of these, I think, and make it like that. And you see, we already have enough money for a trash can. And as for the trash can, I just like placing it in some corner in the house so that it's kind of easily accessible by your sim. So you see that from this indoor trash can to throw it away in here, you only need to exit here, go down the stairs, and you're at the spot. I think that I need to place some kind of light down here because it would look like really sad at night. And I wanted this lamp. I think that this oil lamp looks kind of fitting for outside areas. Maybe we could sell a couple of chairs so that we can afford a pool ladder. I think I'm gonna center them with these lounge chairs. And as for the mailbox, I think I'm just gonna switch this one to the same one. Maybe like I'm gonna leave it here where it is. And I think that it is pretty much the house. So this is the exterior of the house. Outside we have a lot of trees, a lot of flowers, a lot of bushes, so that the outside looks kind of cluttered. For the main architecture of the building, I went for some kind of a colonial style. I think I managed to do that, but if I did not, I might apologize for that. We have a mailbox right by the entrance. In here on our front porch, we have a couple of planters. When you enter the house, you have everything you need to exit the house, a mirror to check yourself, a shoe shelf. Also, we have a coat rack. Also, from this entryway, you can enter directly into the whole kitchen, dining, and living area. In the living area, we do not have that much to do, but you can watch TV here and maybe hang out with your friends. So we have millions of couches in here, 3 if I'm being precise. And here we also have an easel, so you have something for some skill building in here, and we have a stereo, so you can listen to some music. And here we have a formal dining area. We have a greenish rug to match some green from the wallpaper, and everything, yes, everything is mostly beige again. But in this formal dining area, you can formally dine. And in the kitchen is mostly white, but that's like most neutral swatch, I would say. In the kitchen, we have everything you might need to cook. We have a fridge, we have a stove, we have a fire alarm. Also, we have some cabinets, quite a lot of them. This one I left uncluttered so that it's usable by your Sims, so that your Sims will cook up here. We have a microwave, we have a sink, we have a coffee machine, and some cookie jar. So everything you might need. From the kitchen, dining, and living area through this tiny hallway, you can access downstairs bathroom. In here, we have a tub, and I did place a tub in here because we might have a toddler in this house. I did place everything you might need for a toddler. And also here we have a toilet and a sink, so this bathroom is completely functional. And also from this tiny hallway, you can exit to the backyard. I will come to that a bit later. And from the entryway, you can enter into the kids' bedroom. In the kids' bedroom, we have a carpet on the floor, so it's all soft and fuzzy for the kid. And I did place this tiny rug as some kind of a play mat. So we have a dollhouse in here and also some blocks to play for your toddler. Also in here we have a high chair to feed your toddler, some toys like Blurfy or this tiny horse. And also, of course, we have a couple of beds, one for the child, another one is for the toddler. And here we have a tiny desk where your child might do their homework, and we have a violin so that your child might also build some skills in here. And from the entryway up the stairs, you enter this tiny hallway where we have a tragic clown portrait. And from this hallway, you can access one of the hallway bathrooms and 2 bedrooms. Let me start from the smaller bedroom. This bedroom is brown. Like you see already, it's all brown. In here, I imagine that maybe a teen lives, or maybe this is a guest bedroom. So here we have a bed, some flowers, and a desk, just in case maybe you are inviting guests and these guests will sit in here and work. And this bedroom is kind of empty, but it's completely functional. And if you Sims scoot, then both Sims can sleep on this bed. And in the hallway bathroom, I just did place here a shower, a toilet, and a sink. These are not the cheapest appliances, so they're kind of good, I think. So your Sims will use this all quickly. And this bathroom literally has everything you might need. And in this bedroom, I imagine that this is a primary bedroom. And in my imagination, this is like the bed of the owner of the house. And it doesn't have a lot of art. It doesn't have a lot to do. But here we have a bookshelf, so you can read something if you want to. A couple of mirrors, so that you can check yourself in there. We have a bed, so that you can sleep at least. And we have a dresser and this teddy bear. And I imagine that maybe this is a childhood bear from the owner of the house. Like maybe this person is kind of sentimental. He likes to leave some childhood stuff in here. From this bedroom, you can access this tiny office area. In here, we have a computer. We have a computer in this house. I did try to manage that. And it was a bit difficult because this house is kind of big and it's not that expensive for this big of a house. 3 bedrooms, of course, and a pool. And here we have a desk with a computer, a cork board, we have a bonsai tree, a bookshelf, and some spot to read. And from here you can access the balcony, which you have seen from the exterior. And here we have a chess table, so another skill building stuff. And this office also works as some kind of hallway. So from here you can go through this door around all this furniture and enter this bathroom. And if you're wondering if your Sims will go through this rope, they will. This rope will just hang where it is when the door is open. I know that it may be some kind of annoying visual glitch, but it's functional. And this bathroom is exactly the same as this one. Maybe it differs in the clutter. And that is it for the inside. For the outside, in here we have a tiny grill area, a place table, we have an outdoor trash can, so you can access from the indoor trash can in the kitchen easily to the outdoor one. Here we have a monkey bars because I imagine that we might have a kid in this house. And also here we have a tiny outdoor dining table, a tiny because I couldn't afford more. And also here we have a couple of lounge chairs so that you can sit here and relax by the pool where you can swim as well. So you can hang out in the pool. And I think that is it. So I think it's gonna be thank you all for watching. If you like videos like that, you can subscribe to my channel. I try to post 4 times a week now. And I think that must be goodbye.